blade. Look at that. 140 teeth on that sucker. This is the only high tooth count 6.5 inch blade that Home Depot had, so I'll have to order some better ones online. That's a $5 disposable blade. This one here is, I believe it's like a 60 tooth. It's missing teeth. This is what it's supposed to look like right there, but look at the next two. No teeth. Circular saws spin this way. The side that is facing up is where you're going to get your chip out. Side that's down is usually where you're going to get your cleanest, straightest edge. So you want your finished edge to be down. This is another very affordable option for cutting straight lines with a circular saw. And it'll easily extend to 48 inches to cross cut a 4x8 sheet of plywood. So I'm going to run the saw through just like this. So my guide will go on the left side of the saw. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with real projects to create and the support of fellow creatives. Skillshare offers classes designed for real life. The classes are short and they will fit your busy schedule. The class I took was Logo Design by Aaron Draplin. I was able to create my own t-shirt logo. It was fairly easy after taking the class. Skillshare has classes in interior design, marketing, web development. The list just goes on and on. Skillshare is giving away 2 free months of their premium membership to help you explore your creativity. If you click that link in the description box below, and then after that, it's only around $10 a month. I'm going to be binging in Skillshare over the next few months. Click that link, go pick out some classes, and come back and tell us in the comments below which one you took or which ones that you are planning to take. Okay, here's a close-up. You can see just the little pieces that are peeling up. This side cut a little bit less. And keep in mind, this is supposed to be the bad side. The other side would be much more crisp. But even this side, just when I go to sand this, when I go to lacquer it, that little fuzz there, that little fuzz on the edge will come right off, and this will look like a perfectly straight line. Well, at this stage, the track saw or guide or whatever you choose to use is not really needed anymore. I got the table saw. I got these smaller manageable pieces of wood that I can easily push through the saw and get a really nice cut. Now that I got my shelf, obviously I can't have this plywood showing on the front of the shelf. So I've got some hard solid oak that I'm going to rip down to just a little bit thicker than the board. So now it's just time to glue and pin nail these on. I call it a pin nailer, but it's an 18 gauge finish nailer. Bottle of Tight Bond 2 premium wood glue, water resistant interior exterior. It's kind of like a catch-all. No matter where I use it, it should be good enough. I don't have one of those fancy jugs that you just tip it and it comes out from the bottom up the side. So I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. This one here is just a little, the face, the hardwood face is just a little bit higher than the plywood. So I'm just hitting it with this plane real quick because I don't want to use the sander because then I would do excess sanding on the wood veneer that's on this plywood. That's there. Good. Number 3. These are the bottoms, the sides that didn't look as good as the other side. This here is Acrylic Lacquer. I haven't cleaned it since the last time I used it, which was to spray a door. I think it was the door that I had to cut down and make it 20 inches as opposed to 24 inches. So it's been sitting out here for, I don't know, 4 days maybe, and it's still good. I've left it in here for up to a week. This is just the first sealer coat. I'll go back and sand because after the sealer coat, as I've said before, it'll get real rough. The grain of the wood will get raised out, and you got to sand all that off. And then the next time you spray it on the second coat, it doesn't. It comes out real smooth. There's no left. Well, look here, here we're out. Well, look there, we're out. 20 minutes, I'll come back, mix up some more later. Sand, couple times, about to be done. I'll flip around, spray tops, wait 20 minutes, sand, spray tops again, sand, spray tops again. We'll look at it. Oh, hour 10 minutes. Now today in the comments someone said they were using this exact sprayer to try to spray water-based polyurethane, Minwax. So I'm assuming that that is the Minwax you get from Lowe's, polyurethane. think Home Depot stopped selling Minwax polyurethane. But I went to the store and I was going to do this project with water-based polyurethane. So I got to reading the label, and it's not meant to be sprayed, it's meant to be brushed on. And I said, okay, well, I don't always pay attention to the directions, but it's got a minimum of a 2-hour dry time between coats. I just don't have that kind of time. Both sides of this will be done in like an hour. Even if I only did 2 coats, that would be 8 hours of waiting and dry time to polyurethane both sides of these 4 shelves. This doesn't work. That's why most people use lacquer. This is a brand new tack cloth. They're kind of sticky when they're brand new. I like them a little bit used, and it's kind of sticky, so I'm just gonna lightly bring it together so it's really light to the touch. And you don't want to wipe this on there because you don't want the sticky stuff going onto the wood. And here goes up with it. Not sure if you can see it, but it's starting to change color a little bit. I got a bag that I keep this in so that it doesn't get dust from the air. Not only this sprayer, but also my airless will spit a little bit extra every time you re-engage that trigger. So I just hold it down, and I'm doing 1/3 overlaps. So like if this is a path here, I'll come over 1/3 and go back up. So it's getting real good even coverage. Okay, last coat of the night.